What's up guys, Eternal here, and today I'm gonna show you how to play Fizz. So let's start with crafting potion. I will play against Akali. You want to start with E first, and let's get to his skill explanation. So on passive, Fizz can move through units, meaning that he ignores unit collision, so he won't get a minion block, which is really nice. And Fizz takes less damage from basic attacks. The damage reduction scales with level. And as for his E, Fizz helps on his trident to turn the cursor, becoming untargetable. On reactivation, Fizz cancels the spell early, jumping towards the cursor a second time and dealing magic damage to nearby enemies. If Fizz does not reactivate, he deals damage in a larger area and slows all enemies hit by 40% for 2 seconds. So usually you want to do a single E cast for wave clearing and for the slow. And thanks to the fact that you start with E, you can dodge the first trade, though against Akali it's really hard to time your E because her Q is so fast, though I will try. And usually your trade should look like that you trigger your electrocute and then back. Keep in mind to use crafting potion on the trade. So even though I wasn't able, I was just trying to predict the Q. I mean, it's way too fast, so I won't be able to time it anyway. So your first power spike hits at level 3. I'm E like this cause I have my minion advantage. So when your enemy is standing too close to your minions, you can do E even without having to dodge anything. Your W increases your auto attack range by 50, and this is an auto attack reset. Same as your Q. So because of the auto attack reset I was able to get both minions in time. And if you manage to successfully kill an unit with your W or anything, your target basically, then your cooldown is reset to 1 second, you get 20 mana back. So you lose 10 mana per trade cause W cost is 30. Akali has nice sustain. Wasn't able to trigger my W, that's why. She was already getting out of range. But now I did, and you can see how nice it was. And there's a nice combo with Fizz, which is E flash. And yeah, you could see Akali wasn't even expecting that, cause I did that on the very end of my animation when I was landing, so even on that time you can flash, and that way you are reducing your enemy prediction. Sometimes you should be flashing in the direction when you are expecting your enemy to flash, cause you should be expecting that your enemy will flash. And I just used E while going from the base, cause by the time I arrive on the mid lane I will have most of my mana back, so that way I can get faster. As for the Q, this is the range, it deals both physical and magic damage. The spell applies on hit effects such as Leash Bane and can be dodged, so before you land on your enemy, he's able to flash that, for example. And if you fail to last hit with W, then for the next 5 seconds you are dealing additional magic damage on hit. And your W grants you on the passive that your normal basic attacks make your enemies bleed for 3 seconds, taking magic damage. And you should be maxing E first, that way you will reduce the cooldown. The mana cost will increase, so pay attention. And I took Dark Seal cause this is a great early back, you get some mana, so additional mana for a single E, and there's a chance that you will snowball. So yeah, you see you can just Q, basic attack, W without taking damage in return, and it's really nice. You can also dive like this, and in the moment of your turret damaging you, you just press E to avoid the projectile, and that way you are safe. Right now the wave is in the right spot. Will she E at me? Probably not, cause she knows that would end so bad for her. So now I have my ultimate, and your ultimate animation can be hidden with your Q. So in the moment of casting Q, you should be doing your ultimate. She has level 6 first though. Okay, so your ultimate, Fizz launches a fish that attaches to the first enemy champion it hits, slowing them, granting true sight so you can review invisible opponents. And a shark in a shark. After 2 seconds, the shark erupts out of the ground, knocking its target up and knocking other enemies aside. The farther the fish travels, the better the damage is, and better the slow. So from 40% to 80%. Depending on how far the fish will travel. Let's go like this already. Okay, burned flash, and as you can see I took no damage in return because I'm keeping my E for the dive, so always keep your E. Unless you are sure that you get a kill 100%, just keep your E to get away. And your ult cooldown is slow, later it will be 60 seconds only. Oh, Udyr is there. Yeah, I cannot respond to that, so I just let him. Outplay. Using W to last hit at the turret really helps. That way you are guaranteed to get a minion. See, like this. Easy. Kind of low on mana. Yeah. Alright, let's back. You want to max W second. So in the mid game you should be doing your combo with basic attack first and then W, and late game only W, cause you won't have enough time to land the basic, because your enemies will flash. So Hextech is the perfect first item. It grants him nice active, and with Wavenus Hunter you also heal from the Proto Belt active and also from your E, so once you get the stacks you can just E on the full minion wave to get nice sustain. Alright. So I did Q on minions, so that way my enemy thought that I'm just doing a dash on minion, and in reality I was throwing my ult, though you can cast your ult at the very beginning of the animation to do it faster.
An enemy has been slain.
Are you sure, Akali? Ah, not worth. Also pay attention to your enemy score, like if she's 0-2, yeah, then she's not worth much gold, so not worth wasting too much. I could do like E-flash now and kill her, but I might need my flash later, right? I might kill her in a normal way. So for example, if she wants to get this minion, then she will be punished for that. So already having my ultimate back. Yeah, as I said, not going for the flash. When taking the turret or when taking wards, keep in mind to reset your W. It's a really important mechanic on Fizz that is very simple but effective. And as Fizz you should be trying to roam a lot, especially on bot lane. And as I have my first core item, it will be a bit easier. This can be used for wave clearing as well. The damage scales with your ability power. Let's see again. Need to calculate your mana, thinking what's next, and if you can just cast all your spells without getting out of mana. I think I was on vision. Let's dive. Oh. She's dead. Like W and Ignite is way too strong. Could have pressed E different so that I would avoid condemn and avoid spells like that. Still having my E. The turret is gone, so that gank was worth it. And returning back to lane to punish her a bit for the roam. Now I have some ability power and the clear with E is so nice. So I'll be trying on top now. Let's get some mana back. Oh, there she is. Damn, how tanky. Okay, she's 2-0, so that's why. I take that. At least I can grant some advantage on the top lane. Though without shutdown it's not too much. And as Fizz you can jump through the wall like that. You stand here, E. And with the second E you are able to jump over bigger walls, so keep in mind. So you should be patient with your ultimate. Don't cast it in random situations. That was a bait, but very low. Yes, I lost the turret aggro. And that's it. Let's see if I can kill Ilaoi as well. I'm healing so much cause melee champions have better healing on red buff. Hey. And I have 10 Dark Seal stacks. Next item that you wanna get is this. those 3 shoes. So good for roaming, magic pen and now Lich Bane. Keep in mind to trigger your Lich Bane with your spells. Just keep in mind that you are not able to trigger with Q, because the spell itself triggers that. So you just cannot proc your Shin differently on the threat, for example. Yeah, she is stomped. Kind of saving my ult for the right opportunity. For now they are just scared that I throw my ult so that we can take free objective. Yeah, was worth it. Great. So, E-Flash, guys. Keep in mind this is a very useful combo. Now I'm proccing my Shin. And let's back after that. So I take the blue buff. Oh, actually, she's wishing to overextend. I take this wave as well. Don't have my Zonia yet, so I need to calculate. Ah, she managed to save her.
Wanna see a trick?
Oh, let's back. And around 20 to 30 CDR is enough. You want to get Sonya now, and these are your core items. So this, and Sonya. You should build that in the same order every game. And then Death Cap and Void stuff, sometimes Morello against Soraka, for example, in place of that later you can sell. And that's it. Usually you should be doing E first on the camp, cause it was aggro, as you can see now. So it would start healing rapidly. Later Fizz is good for speed pushing, cause the Lich Bane power spike and being able to trigger that easily. So you can push fast. As you can see, Proto Belt has nice scaling, so you can wave with that as well. The cooldown is low. Kind of position my E a bit in backward, because I still don't have my Zonia, so that would end up really bad. See, with Lich Bane you can take that like crazy. And that's an open Nexus. Are we able to finish? I just wait for my allies. Okay, so that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope that you learned something out of this. Leave a like, subscribe, and see you next time.